Hey, what's up guys, it's Oakley, and this is going to be one of the coolest custom maps I think I've seen so far. It's called Outdoor Adventures, and what this is it basically, it's an inception of what's going on with Total War. So what it does is it brings us all the way back to the tabletop. So the setting here is obviously, well, they've tried to recreate what would have been a tabletop. So what you're seeing right here is a fantasy board game or tabletop game that was turned into a video game that was here turned back into a tabletop game, and it makes for a really cool kind of back to the origins, back to the initial idea type of scenario here, where you can fight armies against armies and you really get to relive what it would have been like when you're a kid with your imagination of playing with the tabletop figures and just imagining what happened. On the map itself, if you look around at some of the decor, the map maker, whose name is Maga, has actually even included some little kind of unpainted miniatures around the side, which really helps sell the theme. So I thought this was just great. There's also assorted items around the map. This is for all us cheap bastards back in the day who couldn't afford the expensive Games Workshop items, and so I would literally go out in the garden, pluck up some trees and twigs and use bowls and things to build my maps, and so that's exactly what you're seeing here. But now we get the added awesomeness of seeing little figurines not run around like in our crazy imagination, but in a simulation here of what would happen if the tabletop figures actually came to life, which is so cool, I figured. And it really gives you an additional appreciation to the units themselves. I think when Total War Warhammer came out, people were super excited by it, but then you sort of get lost in the idea that it's a game, and when you're playing kind of in that world, you kind of you forget its origins, and going back to here, back to it being on the tabletop here, it just kind of strikes a chord and elevates the fantasy setting of just looking at these units, and it kind of reconnects, as I keep saying, to its origins, which I thought was just so cool. And just the constant reminder of, as you're seeing these battles and little activities take place, the backdrop just, oh god, it's so great. So in this little engagement, what I decided to do was just straight up put Empire against the Greenskins. This is one of the defining engagements, and then yeah, just watch as these armies move forward. I would oftentimes do this with my painted figurines, and I'm sure other people did too. Kind of put them down, move your eye to ground level, and kind of with your arm push your whole army forward, and kind of imagine what it would have looked like. And now we finally get to see this. So this map has got to be one of my favorite things, most inventive things I've seen thus far on the custom map making tool. Now obviously there's going to be a lot more, and I'm going to be trying to showcase those as it goes on. We're only like a week and a half into the release of this tool, and already we're seeing crazy things. I do hope that people continue to push this type of custom map to try and make more things from the tabletop. It'd be really funny if people even managed to make it so that some of the items from the tabletop that you're seeing here are kind of like matching up one for one with the set pieces that Games Workshop sold, or even if someone ends up making a miniature Games Workshop store, would be really cool, because I always remember going there, buying the figurines, buying the paint, and then watching all the real hobbyists there playing on the various tables. So that would be really funny actually if someone ends up making a custom game inside of a Games Workshop. That would be really cool, and I don't put it past the community to get to that level. But yeah, I just wanted to do this quick map showcase of something that the community has put together, and CA has said that they're going to be putting a lot more effort and support behind the custom map making tool if the community shows interest. So I am doing my part to try and show that yes, I'm very interested in this type of thing, and I do hope that you guys will go ahead and show your own support in this video, but also on the forums and in speaking to CA directly and really telling them that hey, we want to see more of these custom tools. Push for this stuff. In the future, CA may be giving us more tools to create scenario battles, to build upon the campaign, do sieges, and to build upon more things from the tabletop itself. So for instance here, obviously we're playing on the tabletop, but what if you had the ability before starting up this battle to custom paint your figurines and come to the battlefield with your own unique troops with unique blazons, emblems, musicians, bannermen, all kinds of stuff. You have to remember that this Warhammer series is going to be a trilogy, and so all the comments and the feedback that we give on the first one is obviously stuff that CA can mull over and try and improve and add to the second one and the third one. And CA has already even stated that they're the game has done so well that they're going to be investing a lot more than they initially anticipated. So I think that's part one going to be this Terry custom map maker, and there's going to be a lot more. But anyways, that's it. I'm going to close with this final shot that is just so representative of this map with little figurines running around on a table, which is all this is about. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, and make sure to check out my other videos where I do documentaries and of course more Warhammer gameplay. So yeah, see you in the next one. Peace out.